Hi guys, last job I did on the car I was a little bit ham-fisted, and when I was opening the front hatch using the release lever inside the car I pulled it a bit too hard and I've broken it. The front hatch is on the front of the car. It's like a little bonnet type thing, and it's up there and you can get access to some service items like the wash bottle, and it just opens and closes, and the lever for opening that is inside the car. We'll have a look at that. Okay, so I was inside the car, I was in the Lotus position, and I pulled the lever, pulled it too hard, couldn't see what I was doing, and lever is normally fitted up there. That's the lever there. I've actually disconnected it now, and those are the mounting bolts. So it's actually disconnected at the moment from the chassis, and we'll have a closer look at it. Okay, this is the lever removed from its mounting, and that's the action, and the nipple from the cable slots in just there, and it's actually, if you look on this side, you can see that there are two slots, so it's double barreled, and just there and just there on both sides is where it's broken off. Obviously one of those is what I did, and the other one was also done by probably a previous owner, so it's not unusual that it happens, unfortunately. There is you can get them from Andorra, and with postage included that's about £60, and there is another source on the internet from another supplier, and that is about £110 including postage. The one on Dorore says it's a factory order, so I don't know if that means that it's on back order, I'm not sure. Quite a lot of money to pay. I want to see if I can jury rig a fix on it. Okay, so what I've done is I've drilled a couple of holes, and I've brought it here over to a child's bicycle which has got a cable and a nipple, just like to prove the concept. And the holes I've drilled is one just there, which is just below where the nipple is, and then the second hole I've drilled was just there, again below the nipple. And I've, on the bicycle cable, I've put that into that groove onto this side. I could do the same on the other side as well, but I'm just doing this one at the moment. I've put the nipple into its hole where it should go. I've put the first cable attached around the nipple so that it will take the strain from the cable, and the second cable tie I've put a cable tie around this side just to squeeze the nipple into the housing, nipple housing, and so when you pull the lever down, the cable ties are holding the nipple in place into its housing, and the cable goes in and out as it should do. Of course, with the cable ties I'm going to tidy those up a bit, and then I'll refit it. Okay, so just for clarity, the second hole I've put in just there, and That's the first hole I drilled, and it's proven the concept, so the concept works. I've also put another hole in that side, so that now I've got a choice of either the right hand channel or the left hand channel, and so it's good to go, I think. Okay, so let's get into the lotus position. So slightly sideways on in this one. Give me a bit of space to what I'm doing, hopefully. So we get the nipple in. I could do with a bit better light. Okay. So there we've got the cable nipple, and we've got some locating slots on the cable. When I took it off, it was on slot 2 from the nipple end. So we'll try and get it back onto slot 2 when we put it back on. Okay, so I've got it on the locating slot 2, and the nipple is in the hole. I just need to wrap the ties, the zip ties, around the nipple. Okay, so that's one zip tie around the nipple. I just need to get the other zip tie around the nipple to hold it into place. Okay, so both zip ties are in place. I just need to mount the lever back in position using the nuts and bolts. Okay, so the bolts on this side use a 8mm socket, and the nuts on the other side use a 10mm socket. Okay, so there we go. Bolts are in position, and I've tightened them up. There's a lever, and oh, that's come undone. Bollocks. Okay, so my first attempt at fitting it failed, and this part of the zip tie was fouling on something underneath the dash, and so as I was actioning the lever, it just pulled it apart and separated it. So I'm going to try and find a different way to do put the zip tie in place. Okay, so plan of action. What I've decided to do is to forget those 2 holes there, and I've drilled 2 extra holes down there. So the nipple for the cable will still fit in that hole. Zip tie will go around it, and when it's pulled tight, it shouldn't foul with the obstruction underneath the dash. Okay, so here we are back in Lotus position, and using the bottom 2 holes, or the bottom hole anyway, with a zip tie through it, and cable is in position. Top zip tie is in place as well, and this is the part that underneath the dash where initially it was catching on the old, using the old hole, and now when we move the lever into position it fits better. So we'll now try and get the bolts in place. Okay, so here we go. Lever's back in position and bolts have been tightened up. There we go. So it's not fouling against the dash. And just need some zip ties tidying up, cut the ends off, and it's done. Okay, so there we are, closed. Right, open. So a job that might have cost £110 been fixed for a few pennies.